Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Life in the Woods. It's not raining, it's not dark, I have a bed now. Things are looking up. Things are getting better in this world. And things are changing. Things are happening. We're in a better place. I need more paper, because we were going to make this atlas last episode. I still don't know what it does. But, apparently you can get fancy with it. Waypoint compass. That seems fancy too. Alright, so I do need the paper, but I can make a compass at least. Do I have redstone? That's our first question. I do have the redstone. Okay. So let's make a compass. Alright, made a compass. So how much paper do I need? I need 8 right there. And then I need 6 more. Okay. Okay. So I don't want to use these reeds, because then I won't have any reeds to grow at all, and that would not be good. I think these things just appear from time to time. Do I have zucchini already planted over here? Let's find out. Coffee's done. Zucchini. I'm not going to pick anything else. I just want to know if I have zucchini over here. I don't think I do. It looks so much like the cucumber. It's hard to say for sure. Oh, there it is. I do have zucchini. Okay. Alright, let's go put these away. And I thought I had more string. Oh, there I do. I do have more string. Okay. So let's make a bit more bait to take downstairs. Inventory always full. Always full. It wouldn't be a good series without my inventory being full, would it? Alright, there we go. That's a bit more fish and bait, trap, bait and stuff. Let's see, that can go away. We got more coal last episode. Let's put a bit of this coal over here because we had some iron that wasn't being cooked. There we go. So as we do, I like to answer questions in this series. If you want to submit a question, there's a link in the description for you to do such a thing. And today, our first question is coming from Goat Ninja Master. Do you think he's a ninja that's a master of goats, or a goat that is a ninja master? Goat Ninja Master. I feel like he's a goat that it's a ninja master. That seems to make more sense, right? Put 4 baits in there, 4 more over here. I feel like if I split them up, I'm more likely to get the fish faster. I don't know if I'll be back down here in a time period that will matter, but actually, I'll go ahead and make a bit more here before I even leave. So they'll each get 8. Bam, and bam. There we go. Now I wonder if I have any reeds just growing around this particular little bit of water we have here. Because if I do, that'll speed this up a bit. I don't know what makes dirt loamy. You're a duck. What is this? This is mud. I sunk down in it a little bit. That's just a normal skeleton. The vines on his face made me think he was a special skeleton. I wonder if I sink as I go. I mean, it's not quicksand, so I don't think I do. But you never know. What's up here? It's like a mud hole, mud ravine. What is that? What is that? Oh, it's water. That was weird. I couldn't quite tell what it was. So yeah, first question. It comes from the ninja goat or the goat ninja, depending on what you believe. There's no wrong answer. But I guess he probably has the right answer. Anyways, he says, "Good. Love your content. I was just curious, considering that a large part of your content..." Oh, look, I see reeds. A large part of your channel is relaying life stories. Do you ever worry about running out of things to say? I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but if it has, how did you deal with it? Again, love your channel, Goat Ninja Master. Well, it does happen. It happens often. This is a pretty common thing. I mean, there's a reason why I'm doing the Q&A for this series, because there's, a lot of my series are very similar in the type of commentary I provide. Like whenever I was doing vanilla Minecraft, that's all it was stories, as you've said. And then when I started doing 7 Days to Die, it kind of filled that void where the Minecraft would have. I don't know what that is. I want to see it. Oh, it makes lime. Okay. Well, you can go back to living here on the beach. And so, doing something like the Q&A for this series is perfect because it still allows me to relay my opinions and my childhood stories and those sort of things, but it doesn't always rely on something sparking my own ability to come up with those things. I often just rely on some television show or something I see out in the real world or something to spark a memory, and then I'll write it down or just remember to talk about it later. But with you guys asking these questions, a lot of times it'll be accompanied with a story. Man, for some reason I decided that was Wells in the distance, not like the place where Milby lives, but the animal. Those are not Wells. Those are just, well, you know what? They can be Wells. I can't think what they're called right now. They're Wells. They're just Wells. High tide bush. What do you do? Anything? Also lime green. Alright. Another well. So yeah, there's also been lulls in my content where I just didn't have anything to talk about, and it's really hard whenever it's a series that's all the commentary you do. I mean, that's what's so great about games like Alien Isolation or any of those single player story driven games that give you your own story, because you just can load it up and play the game, have a good time, make some jokes as you go along, that sort of thing. But the game provides the story and the content, so you're only there to give your take on this content that already exists. So I think it's good to have some of that type of content on your channel if you want to have more than just your basically my diary, so to speak. What is this? More mud? Yeah. And one of the things is, like, as things have changed, I can't talk about as many things that's relevant in my life because it would cause some kind of drama, with some other YouTube person or who knows what. So things have changed for sure. There's no question about that. I do not like this mud. That's one thing I do know for certain. Mud is not my friend. I'm not a fan of mud. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. You cannot jump up out of mud onto regular blocks because your feet are all sunken down into the mud. Is this my my home here? I think it is. It's a pretty place. I wish I had more reeds. I wonder what that is. Should go over there and see. I think that's Spice Gardens. There's no, I don't think there's mud below me. There is. I felt myself sink down into it. Next question coming from Mad Moon, and he asks, I know you quit playing Super Mario Maker on your channel, but do you still play it as often in your free time when you're not recording? Do you want to bring it back? Because I'd still watch it. Well, I do not play it in my spare time. I wish I did. I don't wish I did. I mean, I could, right? Wish I had time to do so, I guess is the thing. I don't know where to get things like lemons. I know it's not going to come from a stalk garden, but I guess I got to find a lemon tree. I've been thinking about that ever since the last episode where I needed lemon. Why is there so much spider silk over here? Okay, I cannot jump out of that. I got to remember that. What is going on over here? That was one of those series that I got scared away by so many viewers. But it was also a thing that I wasn't very good at, and it was one of those series that brought out the people to let me know how terrible I was at it. And it's pretty discouraging whenever you're not good at something, but you want to be good at something, and you're just not. And I played a lot of those type of games when I was a kid, and it's so weird how that skill set just goes away. Um, I gotta get up here, and it's gonna be a pain in my butthole. I've gone through this before. This is not the first time I've had this pain in my butthole. Um, you know, I look back when I was a wee young boy. No, but seriously, I look back at games like Contra is a good example where I used to be good at that game. I've beat Contra so many times. It's not like it's a game that's super hard. Well, it's kind of difficult, I guess. But it's a game I've beat many a time in my life. And I played it not too long ago, and I couldn't get past the first level consistently. Um, and that's frustrating because I don't know what has changed since I was a kid. It's not like I was some kind of savant with video games. I think you're just better at that sort of thing when you're a kid. Your reflexes are faster. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't that good, and I just played so much that I eventually got to where I could beat the game on a regular basis. Like, I don't know. Because I've beat Contra many a time. I've beat Ninja Gaiden when I was a kid. Super hard, difficult games that now, when I look at them, just seem like an impossible feat to even consider such an attempt to beat. And so, the Mario thing, I was constantly being told how Seth Bling is so much better at Mario than me, and Milby's so much better at Mario than me, and basically, just don't even try because you suck. And that's pretty discouraging. And then, spending time working on levels, there wasn't a good balance. I think if I was a Twitch streamer, you'd probably see a lot more of that kind of content because it's the kind of thing that you kind of get to interact with the viewers and create this level. But as a YouTube creator, it's not made for YouTube, It's one of those things where I don't even know how to make that content. It felt like, you need to cut out a lot of it because no one wants to watch you messing around and like, should I have this block here? No, let's move it over here, that sort of thing. So no one wants to watch that. Or some people say they do, but they don't really, and the views reflect it. So I was trying to make good content with it, and it's really not easy to do. Jeff has been really successful with it by doing the single page puzzles and those sort of things. But yeah, it's just not it just didn't work out for me, I guess is the long story short. I really enjoyed playing it though, so don't get me wrong there. It was right up my alley as far as like fun from childhood. And if I had more free time, it's definitely something I would play on my own. But I don't want to invite people to tell me I'm a bad person, and that's really what it was, the kind of game that does that. So, as far as YouTube content, not so much. If I was a streamer, yeah, it would definitely be something you saw again. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you'll ever see any more of that kind of stuff on my channel or not. Put those away too. Okay, goes back. Alright. So, I need to get this stuff out of here. Wait, is he done? Oh, yeah, he's done. Well, I guess it's a she, because it's queen, right? I don't know if I'll ever need this honey that I'm constantly... This is the only thing I'm diligently doing is gathering honey. Like it's my job. Why's this other slot here if it can't go in there? These are the kind of questions that plague us as humans. Alright, so yeah, hopefully that answered your question. Thanks for the question, Mad Moon. 15 paper. Alright, let's look at this again. I needed to make a map, which is a compass, surrounded by 8 paper. Oh good, I have just enough. Perfect. I really wish this mod pack had better crafting tables. I guess I could try making one of those other crafting tables and seeing what's up. Alright, we've made our atlas. Oh, it's like a map. Okay. Let's put one of these down. You know what this map seems to lack is anything on it. Let's walk around a bit and see if anything happens here. You know, I trust you guys. You guys normally have pretty good information. And I believe in you when you tell me I need to do something. And so when you tell me, Good, you must make an atlas, it will change everything. When does Good going to make an atlas? Why doesn't Good know to make an atlas? Do you think he'll ever figure out to make an atlas? Well, I've made an atlas, guys. And I'm going to say, so far I'm not really impressed with it. It's not my kind of thing, you know? Maybe I need to zoom in more. There we go. Now we're zoomed in. We can really see the world that we live in. Well, maybe it was an antique atlas you said I needed to make. Maybe normal atlas was not what you wanted. I bet that's what it was. You need an empty antique atlas is what we're looking for. And probably a not valid atlas plate. Let's make an antique atlas. That seems like a thing we should make. You know what? Why is there slots here? I have no fucking clue what this does. I just made it because you guys kept saying I needed to. And now that I have, I feel like I'm no smarter or no better than I was before. You know what? Maybe it needs these empty antique atlases in it to write on. That's probably a thing. These are not from the same mod pack. That's probably not a thing. Well, you know what Minecraft needs is in-game tutorial of some sort. Like, that's the problem. It's one thing I've noticed coming back to Space Chickens is since I've done so much Agrarian Sky since then, there's so much more I know about the mods that are in the pack that I'm able to do a lot more because I just know, you know? Bib. Yo. Craft. Alright. Let's see if I can find something that would make sense with this atlas. Big writing book by Good. Redstone Volume 1 by Good. I don't remember writing these books. I did not know I was so well known. Wonder what a stockroom catalog is. You think it's like whenever you get like the things from the stores, like you could buy. I could order me up a typewriter. What's the point of the typewriter? You think? Is that a crib? No. Oak case. Oak back seat. Painted canvas. Empty recipe book. Ingredients required. It can't be made. Huh. Well, I've made that. I don't know, have any idea what to do with it, though. I'm going to make one of these other atlases, too, though. Because I can. It's just a book and a compass. I don't know what it does. I'm going to make it. So, our next question here is from Martin M. And he says, Hello, Good. I was wondering if you were some time in your life actively running or doing other type of sport. That definitely says that, other type of sport. Also, are you interested in guns? Thanks, Martin M. Not really. I played football when I was in school. Running is not something I was ever fond of. I had like acute asthma as a kid. It wasn't something where I needed an inhaler or anything, but if I ran like 1 or 2 laps around like the basketball court or something like that, I would wheeze really bad. So running was not something that I would consider fun. You know what I mean? Whenever you feel like you can't really catch your breath, no matter what you do, it's just not an exciting adventure. You know? Am I going to live? Yes, I made it. So yeah, I didn't do a lot of running. And you know, when I played football, I was on the defense side. So I was good at knocking people down, but not necessarily running away, speeding away. I always lived in fear when I played football that someone was going to fumble the ball and that I would be responsible for doing something with it. Like it was like a great fear of mine. Like it never happened. So I never was put in the situation where I had to stare at this ball on the ground and like freak out because that's exactly what I would have done. Um, because I would not have wanted to look like a fool. But I would not have been in a good spot if the ball had ever been fumbled and I had been responsible for doing something with it. Um, so yeah, I did do a lot of weightlifting when I was in school as well. And I wish I had someone like a coach of some sort to assist with that because I mean, I know there's all kinds of guides and that sort of thing on the internet. But it was way easier when you had someone every day telling you exactly what machine you're going to use and what weight you've moved up to and you know what part of your body you're working on today and that sort of thing. I know there's physical trainers and whatnot. It doesn't help either that you know for me to get to like a gym now it's like a 45-minute ride. I wish there was more reeds. There is more reeds way over there. The sun is setting. I'm not going for those reeds way over there. Wish my reeds would grow. Does bone meal make reeds grow? I bet it doesn't. We're going to sleep and we're going to go on a reed journey so we can make this other atlas. And as far as guns go, I'm not a big fan of guns. You know, I have a shotgun, but you know, I don't hunt. I believe, you know, if you're going to kill something, you're going to eat it, and um, I'm a firm believer in the farmers and supporting my local community. We try to buy everything really local. So I don't need to hunt deer or anything like that to survive or rabbit, etc. Um, you know, if it came to I you know my dad was a police officer and I've shot many types of different guns in my life and I've you know I was showing how the proper handling and that sort of thing. So I'm not afraid of guns or anything like that. But I do know that I myself, even though was taught as a child how to handle these sort of things, I've told the story before where I was staying with my cousins next door, and this is when my dad was sick and in the hospital, and we, you know, we thought there was someone trying to get to us inside of their treehouse. It ended up just being their dog on the side of the building, like his tail was hitting the side of the building. And eventually, when it stopped, I agreed to run back home and get my dad's revolver, and I did. And I wouldn't let my cousins touch it or anything like that because I didn't, you know, didn't trust them to not shoot one of us. But that said, I still shouldn't have been off grabbing guns either. So, yeah, I don't think it matters. I mean, honestly, by my father teaching me these sort of things, it may have made me a little bit too cocky. You know, I can handle this. I know how to handle this. That sort of mentality. Um, Not that I'm saying that teaching your kids about gun safety is a bad thing by any means, but you know, I'm just giving you an example of what I did as a child. So, yeah, I don't collect any type of gun or anything like that. If there's ever a zombie apocalypse where that sort of thing is needed, I have enough relatives that are redneck to the extreme that will have me covered if they don't shoot me. Who knows in the zombie apocalypse, right? Like your whole family could just turn on you, and then what do you do? Um, or they could become zombies. Like if he's a zombie, I'm just gonna take his guns. But the thing is that it's like one of those cart before the horse, right? I guess I'll have to use my shotgun to shoot him in the head to get his gun, the rest of his guns. Empty antique atlas. Okay. Okay. Now, oh God, what have I done? What the fuck is this? Maybe this is what you guys are telling me to make. If so, this is fucking... This is silly. This is pure silly. Well, I guess this is the type of thing. Alright. Well, what's the point of the other atlas then? Well, I have 2 atlases now, boys and girls. Maybe if I put this in here? No. May I put this in here? No. Fuck. Maybe... No. Maybe... I do not know. I really don't know. I'm going to have to Google this one here. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. As always, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you all for your questions. If you have questions of your own you'd like to send, there's a link in the description to my Google Doc that has this sort of information in it. And eventually you will be answered too. There's quite a few in there right now, so not to discourage you from asking questions, but it might be a little while is all I'm saying. I'll put this in here until this episode airs and someone tells me what I'm doing wrong, really. Anyways, thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.